Hey guys, it's a Marlin and I have another pick a card reading for you today. Special hello to all of my four subscribers. I have no idea how you guys stumbled upon these videos. Good to have you here. I mean, I know how one person found it. It's my friend. Xenia, if you're watching, hey girl. Today's reading is going to be about any message that wants to come through, literally from anywhere, from your higher self, or just like what you need to know right now. I really wanted to do a reading today, but I didn't have any specific topic in my mind, so I just felt like I want to surrender. I was guided to these decks and I was guided to create these three drawings, so you can pick your group 1, group 2, and group 3. Choose with your heart, choose with your gut. I made the intention that every person who watches this video will find some message in it that is required to be heard. But it doesn't, so you just take what resonates for you. It doesn't have to resonate all. It's a general reading. Well, that's all I have to say. We should get into it now. So let's get into the pile number 1. Have the Ace of Swords, the Devil, and the Hermit for the first 3 cards. And Witch's Oracle card is Awakening. So let's see what the message here is. I'm literally seeing from these cards, I'm hearing like, you don't have to tolerate anyone's shit. You don't have to tolerate anyone's problems, vices, whatever negativity of other people affects you. You don't have to like nurture them through it. You don't have to help them through it. If it's damaging you in any way, if it feels toxic to you, any situations, you have a right to speak up. And you also have a right to, keep yourself safe, keep yourself, I don't want to say protected, but safe, just keep your energy in the way you want it. Because yeah, all people are beautiful in a way. There is no soul that is toxic in its essence. But what I'm hearing is you're not dealing with a soul, with these people in your life or whatever it is this message is about. It is just a mask. It is what they're portraying. It's their ego. It's their patterns and how they learn how to function. And you don't have to put up with that. And if you choose to, if you choose to speak up, if you choose to cut some ties you have with certain people or certain situations, whatever you find doesn't suit you anymore, you will have this awakening. You will have this, I'm just feeling really peaceful with this card. It feels like relief. Finally, finally I can grow my flowers and nurture them and, have my garden as I want it to be without all of this stuff. I mean, it's okay. It's not like you don't have to judge these people or hate them for what they're doing, or, but also you really have a right to step away from whatever situation is not whatever situation doesn't feel right to you, you have a right to step away from that situation. And I know that it is hard. It's kind of not the easiest thing to do, especially if it's someone you're longtime friends with or something like that. Then it's really hard to say, hey, can we just not have so much contact anymore? Or, can you just, I don't want you to tell me everything or complain to me all the time. But, if you feel that it's damaging your soul, you have a right to retreat a little bit. You have a right to distance yourself from people a little bit and just say, like, you know what, I'm sorry, I need some time off from this friendship. Or whatever, like that. Whatever resonates for you, really. Let's see if there's any card of advice from this other deck. Is there any card that wants to come out relative to this situation? Just to give us some further information here. But I'm really hearing that it doesn't make you a bad person if you don't want to be around someone anymore. If it doesn't suit you, it's fine. Release them lovingly. Let's see what we got. True healing occurs when I give myself permission to feel whatever feelings live below the triggers. I feel with this card, I feel like that you're pushing down in a way these feelings. When someone does something that doesn't suit you, you're like, you get that feeling of like wanting to step away, but then you're like justifying it in some way, like, maybe, they're feeling bad, I shouldn't be mad about them, or I shouldn't be sad about what they did, I shouldn't, take it so much to my heart. But you know what? That is your choice. You have a right to feel what you're feeling. If someone is doing something and it's making you feel bad, then it's justified. You have a right to feel bad about it. If it's making you sad, if it's making you upset, if they're giving you anxiety or whatever, putting a lot of pressure on you in any way, just with words, just with, repeating certain things, bringing you similar problems or issues, I don't know. That's what I'm getting. Like, just think about how these people are making you feel. Allow yourself to feel what you really feel for them, no matter what story you are telling yourself about it. Hmm. I'm also getting here that, like, to do something like that, to create these boundaries, in a way, you might need, because as I'm speaking now, I'm feeling all like fiery and passionate. I'm like, it's like this and like this and like this, and this can't go on anymore, so you might be needing to step a little bit more in that energy, and that's fire energy. So I don't know, sun, some crystals like citrine, perhaps, or just, imagining fire inside of you, anything that can, like, increase that fire energy inside of you would be really beneficial. I mean, if you choose to do this, if this is what you want to do, if this is what you feel like you want to go towards. I mean, I don't know what this is directly referring to. I'm just channeling whatever messages I'm getting here. So I hope it resonated for you in some way. This is all I have for the first pile. So if you chose pile number 2, this cube thingy drawing, let's see what we have. So you have the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Wands, and the Ten of Wands. And here we have Shadow from the Witch's Oracle deck. Let's see what it is about. I feel like there's a lot of things that stir you up in a way, like some things that you're focused on. Externally, and then also internally there are these things that you're trying to protect in a way. You're trying to a little bit protect yourself from feeling certain feelings. And it's kind of a burden to you at this time. I feel that you are kind of reactive to, situations, other people in a way. Like, you get triggered a lot, and also you're protective a lot. You're being really defensive in some ways. I don't know if you're aware of it or not, but it's kind of like if you feel, because also with this drawing here, when I was drawing it, I was kind of getting a message of like randomness and chaos, and just how does this all fit together? How am I supposed to work with all this things? And this 10 of Wands really reflects on that thought that I had. It just felt really burdensome in some way. Like, oh my god, what is going on? And the reason you feel confused, if that's how you feel, is because you're not willing to truly look at yourself. And I think that is what is necessary for you. Like, if you want to feel the relief from all this tension, you have to kind of look at yourself and look at these things that you are so much protecting inside of yourself, these feelings, these flames, that you're also, you're protecting them, you're keeping them alive in a way, but they're not gonna disappear if you are unwilling to truly look at them. And things will keep coming up, these situations, they will just keep coming up, and they will keep coming up and keep coming up. It's not gonna stop this chaotic state or any confusion that you have. It's gonna keep being a burden until you really look at, why is this a burden to me? What is going on? What am I being so defensive about? What am I trying to protect? Like, maybe even write it down or something. I don't know, just like, is it worth protecting? Do I want to protect it? What do I want to do about it? Because this card is really telling me that there's some consciousness you need to know about yourself. You are doing something externally, you're trying to protect externally parts of yourself, but that is creating a lot of, weight on your back, and it will be much easier if you just faced yourself. Like, really took a good look at why you're doing certain actions, and like use these triggers as opportunities to get to know yourself. Like, maybe even some things that you won't like about yourself when you see that you're subconsciously doing. But in the end, that's what will bring you some sort of peace and harmony. And your life will be flowing much more harmoniously. Of course, there's always ups and downs, but you know what I mean. Let's see if there's any message from this deck, like any advice or any reminder, whatever wants to come out. Anything about this situation that will be. Yeah, I'm hearing that you're afraid to relive some pain. Yeah, these things hurt inside of us, these things that we're defensive about. You know, we don't want to see ourselves in certain lights, and, you know, I mean, been there, definitely. When I lean on certainty and faith, I change my mind about the world I see. Yeah, that's really about this energy I got also from this Ace of Wands in this spread, because you see this eye, also the mirror and the eye. It's really like, take a look, take a good look at what's going on. I'm getting a message like, trust that you are protected. There's nothing there. There's nothing really bad about you. If anything that you're doing, it's, you know, what you learned, and it's your coping mechanism. And if you've done some damage to someone else because of it, you know, it's, we all do that. We're all human, and we all make mistakes, and we all hurt other people because we are hurting. I mean, I can't say damage is damage, but it happens. It happens. We all do it, and, you know, denying it in any way, being protective of yourself, is not gonna change the truth. And like, I'm feeling that this faith is like, trust that the truth is not there to harm you, because once you know yourself for certain, once you know, have that, okay, you know, so this is where I am. I've heard someone say it like, if you want to get from place A to place B, then if you're not willing to say where is the place A, like, where are you right now, how are you going to get to the place B? You know, you could be anywhere, if that analogy makes sense. Like, you have to admit first where you are on the map, so you can know how you're going to get to the place that you want to go. And that you'll change your mind about the world you see. Yeah, you'll start having less triggers, and, you know, these triggers are kind of wearing you down, wearing your energy down, leaving much less for the things that you actually want to experience. So I hope that made sense to you. Hope some of it resonated. So that's all I have for the second pile. Moving on to the third pile, if you chose pile number 3. This little star thingy. This pile was like, you got an extra card. I usually had three of these cards. You got a fourth card, and also it was very... This star kept moving around, disappearing. We'll see what's happening in this spread. It's interesting so far. Oh, we have the star first card. Okay. And for the Witch's Wisdom Oracle card. Wow, I'm getting a real beautiful energy from this one. Wow, okay. So what I'm getting... Like, things might not be crystal clear to you just yet. You know, you might not be certain, you might not really know exactly, you know, what is gonna happen in your life. Where is it gonna go? Are you gonna feel that fulfillment? You kind of, I feel that, I mean, you're already in a great place. It feels really good to me, and you are hopeful. and you kind of sense this love, this divine love. You're being really in touch with it, and you're listening to it, and but also things are not just quite there yet. They're not quite as clear right now. There's always that uncertainty, and with this moon card, it's like you're walking somewhere in the dark, and like, what is in the dark? Is it dangerous bears, or is it, flowers and fairies? You don't see. But with the hangman, I'm getting like, just have that perspective. Just keep the perspective you're having, try to maintain that um, love and that expectation that everything is working out in your favor ultimately, and that you're being loved and you're being guided. I mean, I'm getting a real like, just keep up the good work, like keep it up. You're doing great. You're not being delusional about this. You're definitely on the right path. Just, keep the faith, and what you desire is definitely coming your way. Your job is to receive it. Your job is to keep your, work on your perspective. There's always little things to work on. Every day we can get a little bit out of alignment in some situations or whatever. That's normal. No one is ever really retired from, growing and developing. So, and with this card here, I'm feeling really like connecting with nature. I think because you're all in this kind of, um, how would I say it? Um, you're focused on your heart, you're focused on your spirituality in some way. I feel that what would really help you, to just ground yourself a little more in this certainty and just, be reassured is nature. Just get out in nature, hug a tree, or, be around water, be around trees, around any place that you like in nature, or just go for a walk and observe the nature. Get inspired by it. I'm really feeling that will help, just to for you to keep seeing things in the way you are seeing them. With this hangman card, there is, still a little bit of need to change perspective on some things, but that's okay. We are always doing it, but the better it gets, the better it gets, and you're already on a good way. It's just like telling you to, connect with nature, find more grounding, find a way to feel even more comfortable and more certain in yourself. So let's see if there's any message from this other deck. Any message that wants to come out for this pile. Or any message or a reminder or whatever wants to come out. Okay. Let's see what we have. I'm a spirit having a human experience, and I'm here to get closer to love. Yeah, that is a reminder again for you, just like, you know it already, it's just a reminder. But I'm really seeing this human experience, like just ground yourself a little bit more in your human world. Feel protected. I mean, I know world can sometimes feel not that safe, especially when like when you're aware of this love, and then you see also where it lacks, the way people interact with each other, like that it's not really that all present as we would like it to be, but still you are here to get closer to it, and to still love as much as you can. And if that is your intention, if that is what you're doing, then universe is definitely protecting you. The sources, whatever happens in your future, it'll be for a good reason. It'll be for this sake of this change of perspective. But you're safe. I don't see any wolves attacking you or dragons. I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with wolves or dragons. They don't have to attack you. They can be friends. But yeah, I have nothing more to say here, really. That's just a little confirmation, literally, from the universe. So good for you. So that's what I have for the last pile. I hope it resonated with you, really, because this is a great pile. So that's it for this reading, and I will see you another time.